She's so funny. Start clapping right now. You can see her all over the city. She's here tonight. Alexa Jags, everybody.
It's me, the white bitch in therapy. That's right. I'm also the white bitch crying on the corner on Saturday night. I am all of us. What's up, guys? I like your vibe. I'm already getting like, this is like, well, first of all, at least the women are therapized. I like to think the men who are in therapy, they're just so chill. They're not cheering. They're like subdued. But I think deep down in our hearts, we all know I'm lying to myself. But you're in therapy, and you guys are slutty. You're in your slut era. I like that. We got how many? Clap again if you're in a hoe phase. Hoe phase? I love it. I'm going into 2023, and hey, we're talking about my hoe phase now, guys. Attention. I'm going into 2023, and I'm trying to have a slut era. And I'm being reminded that I'm bad at it. And I'm mostly bad at it because part of being a slut is putting yourself out there. And part of putting yourself out there is sometimes you get rejected, even though I'm sure we can all agree I am far too hot and charming for that to ever happen to me. But eventually you get rejected. And so I've been like talking to my therapist, again, in therapy, about how I handle rejection. And it turns out it's badly. Like, I do not have those skills. That is not my thing. And it's not because I genuinely believe that everyone in the world wants to fuck me. It's because I genuinely need to believe that everyone in the world wants to fuck me. Thank you. See, we're friends. No, but it's like, you get up some days, you read the news, and you're just like, but everyone wants this pussy! And then it's okay. I don't know if that's a healthy coping mechanism, but that's mine. But recently I effectively offered a man my pussy on a platter, and he was like, no thank you. And I was like, cool, so I'm gonna kill myself. This is the end for me. It turns out I handled that rejection about as well as my mom handles me not eating something she's cooked. I'm just like, I couldn't help but notice you haven't touched any of your pussy tonight. Is there something wrong with the pussy? Do you not like pussy? I thought you liked pussy. I know you've liked pussy when you've gotten it other places. Is there something wrong with my pussy? Would you have rather I went out and got you different pussy? It's perfectly good pussy, I work hard to provide quality pussy for this family. And this is the thanks that I get? Do you know how many horny boys on the internet would kill for this pussy? Yeah, so it's not going great. But when I have been successful, I've learned a little bit more about it myself. I've come out of a long-term relationship, so I haven't really had a hoe phase. Yeah, I came out of a long-term relationship because I got dumped by a French guy. Okay, the Statue of Liberty means nothing to you. Rude. Thought we had an alliance. Fucked. But I've been sleeping around, figuring out what I'm into, and I've determined my fantasy, my ideal sexual fantasy, and I feel like we're all friends, so I'm going to tell you. Are you ready? Ready? Okay. My ideal sexual fantasy is loving missionary sex in a nicer apartment. I just want to fuck in a room with a view. I don't care who the guy is. I think I'm coming into my sexual identity as a gold digger. And when I came out of the closet as a gold digger, I found that some of my friends were also closeted gold diggers. They were like, oh my God, Alexa, that is so valid. Me too. I once fucked a guy with a bowl cut and a lazy eye just because I could see the Sears Tower from his bed. I love that so much because I like to picture he went to close the blinds to be polite, and she was like, no! Because she literally needed to not look at his busted face and directly out, just at the skyline, just like, I love this city! And I love that for her, And then she came and she was like, Chicago! I think that's great. But it's true, like, it's like I want to be like, I'm anti-capitalist and like consumerism, like, I'm a young like artist, bitch. You go home with a River North guy one time. You're like, this lobby? Is this where people who go on boats live? Oh, I will suck dick for this. And it's the only thing I will suck dick for. Boat access. Oh my God. So the breakup I went through earlier this year, as we know from the lack of men clapping that they went to therapy, men often struggle in the communication department. Just a little. I will fucking fight you. Anyway, I'm sorry, was that like a little trauma? It's fine. What was that? Actually, it's like I can't even understand. Whenever a man talks, I just hear like a Gollum voice. Like I just literally hear like, why don't you smile more? And I'm just like, what was that? And they're like, the precious. And I'm like, weird, okay. Oh, that hurt my throat. Anyway, so this guy thought he'd been giving me some really clear signals. He was like, babe, you may have noticed I've been a little distant lately. I was like, motherfucker, you were inside me yesterday. That is the opposite of distance. That is like, it's negative distance. We were a Venn diagram. Like, what the fuck? Like, whiplash, fucking wild. And then my friends are like, well, Alexa, you just gotta date older men. You gotta date older men. They're more emotionally mature. They communicate better. You look skeptical? You were literally just talking about this? Okay, well, let me just jump in right here. This whole narrative about you need to date older men because they're more mature, they can communicate, blah, blah, blah. No, bullshit. It's fucking propaganda. It's been sold to us by big older man because they wanted to secure young pussy. A bunch of gross old guys got together in a room. Picture like Congress and Leonardo DiCaprio. And they're all just in there. And they're like, man, Leo, how are we gonna get laid by age inappropriate people? And then one of them was like, I know. We'll tell them we get better. Mic drop, and that was the whole thing. And we bought it. They do not get better. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would I date a man with just another reason to think he knows more than me? I once dated a guy who was 4 days older than me and brought it up. And he was a preemie. So it's like, sir, what did you accomplish in those 4 days? You were born first. I was breathing without a respirator first. So, give it up for your host.